How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. Today we're servicing the MAHINDRA 4540 for its 200-hour service. Stick around, I'll show you how we do it. In this video, I'm going to go step by step on how to do your 200-hour service. It's not as easy as the 150-hour service, but it's an easy preventative maintenance type schedule. I'll go over the mandatory items that you're going to need, and then I'll go over some of the optional things that you can do as well. I always get a kick out of the comment section after I do these type of videos for preventative maintenance, because you guys are super smart. You know, I literally, and I'm still a rookie tractor owner, right? Less than a year old on the MAHINDRA 4540. So I'm still learning as I go, but Mitchell Sarver made a comment about using a paint pen to put the date and the hours on your fuel filters when we change your fuel filters. So Mitchell, thanks a lot for that comment. I appreciate it. I learned a lot from the viewers and the subscribers who make those comments below like that kind of stuff. Now there are going to be some splicing of my older videos into this, because I'm not going to take the time to re-show you how to do the fuel filters. I changed the fuel filters at 187 hours, and then I got another video of me showing you how to grease the tractor all the way around. So I'll put some of that stuff in the video, and you'll be able to get an idea of how to do the process. And I'll link the videos on how to do it in the description below, and I'll put some cards up here and things like that, so you'll know exactly how to get it done. And so let's go ahead and get started. Let me tell you the tools that you're going to need and the supplies you're going to need to do your 200-hour service on your MAHINDRA tractor. So there's a few things you're going to need that's mandatory for this 200-hour service, and then there's some optional things you're going to need. So let's go ahead and work our way through the mandatory items, and then we'll talk about some of the stuff that you might want to get for your 200-hour service. You're going to need something to catch the fuel in. I stole this from my grandma's hospital room. No, I'm just kidding. So you're going to need some type of pan to catch the fuel in. You're going to need a filter wrench of some sort, unless you got enough hand strength to rip those filters off there. You're also going to need your operator's manual, because this is going to tell you step by step on how to get the checkpoints for the 200-hour service. And then you're going to need a grease gun with the grease. Now the grease that you use for your 200-hour service, it depends on the temperature of where you're located. I use MAHINDRA Pro Red grease in my tractor, and so that's what we'll use down here in the hot Florida sun. I also have a lock and lube on my grease gun. This lock and lube, you can buy it off our Amazon link, and I think they're 30 bucks, but if you use our link, we'll get a small kickback. As a matter of fact, Crazy Uncle Duke left a comment in a video of mine talking about he was going to buy one and let us know how it worked out. So Crazy Uncle Duke, how'd that lock and loop work out for you? Did you get it? Let us know in the comments below. If you use that Amazon link, it does give us a little small kickback, and so we would appreciate it. It helps sustain our channel. And other things you can do to help sustain our channel is you can go to Teespring. I'll leave the link in the description below, and you can get a How About You t-shirt. Huh? How cool is that? How about you? Right? So we're actually offering these t-shirts on Teespring now.
Sweat not included.
Yeah, the sweat is not included. For $3 extra, I'll throw a grease stain and some sweat in it for you, okay? So anyway, so some optional items. You're going to need some shop towels, some degreasing wipes from Gunk. Man, I swear by these. There's a few of these on the market, but the Gunk, I found these to be the best. You're also going to need a SureCan USA fuel can to fill it up when you lose some of your fuel. And then I have
You sound like a NASCAR driver.
A NASCAR. Hey, oh, wait a minute. That's an auctioneer, not a NASCAR driver. And then I use Zerk fittings, different color-coded Zerk fittings, to help me find the 12 Zerks that are associated with greasing the tractor. But you're not here to hear me talk about all this junk. You want to know how to do the 200-hour service. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to get our operator's manual out, and we're going to familiarize ourselves with the 200-hour service. Okay, so you go down this column here, it says 200 hours, and you look, the first thing it says that we're going to change the main and pre-fuel filters. Earlier it required, now we changed ours at 187. I'll put that link in the description below. It shows you exactly how to do that. And then you make your way on down, and you're going to check your coolant level, your radiator hose connections, the tire pressure. My tires are filled. And so I just kind of give mine an eyeball, see if the tread wear is good, see if the overall tire looks in good shape. And then we're going to grease all the tractor there, grease all nipples on the tractor, and I have a video about that as well. So really that's it, just those 1 2 3 4 5 simple steps to do your 200-hour service. Pretty simple. And if you look at my, let's go back down here and look at my 200 or my checklist. And what I've done on my checklist is I put the page number of the operator's manual beside, on, like this says change oil and filter, page 86 and 75 and so forth. You know, I put the page number so it's quick reference as I go down through there. So that's something you may want to consider. I start with the changing the fuel filter. Y'all take a look at this clip when I changed the fuel filter on the Mahindra 4540. This first fuel filter has a 13 millimeter bolt that runs on the top of it. You crank it loose, and then got a long bolt to it, like so. So you just, I'm gonna leave it in there, but that's a 13 millimeter. And here is your first filter. All right. All right. So now my can is full of diesel fuel. My filter is full of diesel fuel in my new filter. Again, let's see if I can get this around. Don't forget to put that little screw back in there, because it's self-critiquing after a while. You'll be like, oh no, my fuel's leaking back in. Right. So all we got to do now is get this other one taken out and put the new one in. But this one has something just a little different than the other one. This one has your water fuel separator sensor on it. So this, now that you have the sensor off of it, you have to actually remove. Now there's a lot of times where you're changing or you're draining the water fuel separator, like for maintenance, you know, like, hey, I want to make sure I don't have any water and fuel on here. Well, this is your sensor. So you actually have to take it off of the filter, because this is going to go into your new filter. So save this, don't get it dirty. All right. And this filter is a simple spin off and replace filter. Again, I'll put the part numbers below. This is your new filter. Now that I've got it nice and snug on here, I'm going to put the sensor back on. Now that I've got the water fuel separator sensor into the canister, I'm going to turn back on my flow of fuel from my gas tank. I guess the proper term is fuel tank. Something that's really, really important to do now, though, once I've got everything in place, there's a black round button on top of this fuel filter that I just replaced, which is the second fuel filter, we'll call it. It's your primer button. So what you're going to do is you're going to pump this primer button until it's hard as a rock. We changed our fuel filters. Again, it's not a hard process, but it is, you know, a little time consuming to get them off and on, get it primed up, get all the air out of your system. And so now we want to move on to our coolant level. That's the next step. So we want to check the coolant level in our coolant tank. You can see here's the max, here's my coolant, here's the minimum. So I've got plenty of coolant in there. So that part's good. And then for my hoses, I just take a flathead screwdriver. Just check all the hose clamps. Make sure that they're nice and snug. And then I check the other one on top of the radiator after that. So pretty simple so far, right? Let's move on to the next step. The next step is to check our tires. You know, if you don't have your tires filled, you're going to want to check the tire pressure that's in accordance with your operator's manual. I have all 4 of my tires filled. So I'm looking for overall roundness of the tire. I'm looking for tread wear. I'm looking for obvious cracks or weather, dry rotting, things like that, because I want these tires, because I'm going to put a lot of weight on these tires when I'm working. I'm going to pull a lot of weight when I'm dragging implements. So you want your tires to be in great condition. Okay, once we've got that step, we've only got one more step left to do on the 200-hour service. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Hey, listen, we've got one more step and we've got this 200-hour service whipped. I mean, really, you can do it yourself in about an hour, because it takes a little bit for the change the fuel filters, and then, you know, the timing for the to grease all the Zerk fittings and stuff. But let me show you how I get ready to grease my Zerk fittings. I take these gunk degreasing wipes and I literally clean around the Zerk fittings. There's 12 of them, and then I replace any Zerk fitting caps that need to be replaced on the tractor, just for easy for me to be able to easily access them, or to identify them, or spot them in those hard to reach places. And there's a couple hard to reach places. So you can see the 200-hour service is not hard and doesn't take a lot of your time. So I recommend you do it yourself. And all, like I said earlier in the video, go check out our Teespring store and get you a How About You shirt. You know, we think these things are pretty cool. And so if you check out our Teespring store in the link below, go get yours. And we also do a lot of giveaways on our live stream. So if you've never caught us on a live stream, check us out there, because we may be giving away a How About You shirt on one of our upcoming live streams. So make sure you check it out. Also, thanks a lot for watching the video. We appreciate it. Click on this little subscribe button. That'll take you to our subscribe page. Click the little notification bell, and then you'll be notified when we release new videos. We do about 3 a week. We'd appreciate the support. As always, you guys take care, and we'll catch you on the next one.